So I've constantly have told myself, Daddy Zebra the best on YouTube. Go on ahead and start doing content on one of the things that you truly enjoy. And then, I decided I'm gonna do it. But then 2020 happened, and well, that thing that I really enjoyed, well, it kind of went to the shitter. Hi, but fans are now back in the good old of WWE, and they're also just in general back in wrestling as a whole. And I figured, hey, why not going ahead and begin on the very first episode of SmackDown live with fans back, and going ahead and continue the tread from there. We're probably going to be taking a dig into multiple different wrestling brands. So be on the lookout for that. Hopefully you're interested. I certainly hope that you are. But we have good old SmackDown Live for July 16th, 2021's episode. And I gotta say, spoiler alert, it was pretty fun. So go on ahead and get yourself strapped in, locked in, set that beautiful like button, blaze for me, and subscribe and join the Zebra gang. And let's just go through every single thing that happened that I can fully remember. First off, right in the beginning, we had Vince McMahon come out. Well, actually, the very first thing that ended up happening was they did this nice emotional, jerking, heart-throbbing, little like sizzler type thing, and welcomed all the fans back and everything. And then Vince McMahon came out, whole entrance and everything, and just said, "Where the hell have you all been?" and just left. Vince McMahon is hilarious. But the very first match they ended up having was the Bloodline, the family, Roman Reigns and the Usos, which Jay has cool red dye in the back of his head. Not gonna spend much more time on that, but looks pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. But it was Roman Reigns and the Usos versus Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio, as well as Edge. And let's just say Roman Reigns was having fun with the crowd not liking him, and them needing to actually not like him. And the crowd ate it up, and the crowd absolutely loved everything that Edge did. Everything. But they did end up losing. Edge, Rey, and Dominic ended up losing. And yeah, let's just say Edge was not the happiest camper with that, because took chair shots to both Usos, and then even put the little chair bar submission that he always has been using for the past couple of weeks, strapped it right onto Roman Reigns, and the nigga tapped. And hey, it's pretty cool. But then later on, he ended up going backstage, and it's already setting up for fucking Seth Rollins versus Edge, because I believe her name is Charlie in the backstage. She ended up having a little interview with Edge, and who walks up cackling his way through? It's Sethy Poo. I love Seth Rollins. Everything the dude does, I love it. And basically, he just kind of talks shit to Edge and is like, I hope that you do win, because I'm going to win at the Money in the Bank, which I don't think that he is. Then, one of the big surprises that I was not expecting, but is actually a very smart thing that they did do. They had Sami Zayn come out, hype up the crowd a little bit, get them all angry and stuff, just for the return of Finn fucking Balor. Wasn't expecting that, especially since he was kind of being the kind of brooding, kind of bad guy type character in NXT. It was kind of weird to see him come out and do his whole like I'm a good guy entrance and everything, and the all blue outfit, always a chef's kiss. After that, we ended up having now known as Nox and Shotzi come out. I hate when WWE takes away a part of a person's name when they come up from NXT, or just after they spend a couple of weeks on the main roster, aka Buddy Murphy, who then got turned into just Murphy for some fucking reason. But we ended up having Shotzi versus Tegan Nox. Shotzi and Tegan Nox versus Natty and Tamina, with Zelina and Liv Morgan on commentary. And this one was very short, and the crowd was kind of normal for this match, and majority of the commentary was Zelina Vega and Liv Morgan kind of just bickering at each other. Kind of funny, which then they ended up fighting with each other and ended up spilling into the ring and cost Natty and Tamina again a match against Shotzi and Tegan Nox, which obviously is going to lead to both of them vying for the women's tag team championships, which I feel like they probably would fit a lot better in that role than Natty and Tamina. Both are super duper young, as well as they look cool. They just look cool. But then it also ended with another brawl after the match, which Liv Morgan ended up being the one standing tall, which usually equates to you're probably not winning at the pay-per-view or thing that you're trying to gain momentum for. All right, which sucks because I really like Liv Morgan. But next, we ended up having Bianca Belair versus Carmella. And I'm so glad that there is a crowd now, because now I can actually properly gauge who's liked and who's not. Because I was just looking on Twitter and everything every now and again. It just seems like a lot of people don't like Bianca Belair and don't like Carmella, which they actually didn't even like Carmella, but they absolutely loved Bianca Belair. So that was cute to see. Bianca's adorable. She just seems like she's having so much fun, just enjoying her time, just doing what she likes, you know? Shit is cute. But of course, we already knew the outcome of this match. There was no goddamn way that Carmella was about to win. So yes, Bianca ended up winning, and this was a pretty fun match too. Bianca is strong as shit. Holy fuck. She's like female. She's probably going to end up soon being compared to Cesaro as like pound for pound the strongest person in the division. But next, little backstage segment. Cesaro ended up getting attacked by Otis, who I am still having kind of a hard time believing is a bad guy. Still having a hard time. But Cesaro and Otis ended up having a match, which was quickly ended because disqualification. For some reason, Chad Gable, like not that much into the match, just decided, I don't want this match to continue, so I'm just gonna attack Cesaro. Like, so this is like, well, there was no point in that. But of course, Otis ended up, helping out and everything. So they ended up being the ones on top. But I kind of, after that match, that's when I kind of started to get a little bit more behind the whole Otis being a bad guy thing. So, yeah, he was quite the brutal. It looked like he was really swinging on Cesaro. But then next, we were leading into the main event, which was opened up by Baron Corbin being the I don't know why they're doing this. He's poor now, apparently, after losing the crown, and is just so down in the dirt. He's down bad. He basically just gave a big sob story, and even made a fucking GoFundMe page for himself, which Kevin Owens, of course, interrupted and stunned the fuck out of him, which then continued on to go to the main event, the Fatal 4-Way between Seth, Kevin Owens, Big E, and Shinsuke Nakamura. And of course, that was always going to be a fun match, all right? A lot of shit happened, but one of the main things that was just very confusing with me about this match was Kevin Owens deciding, I'm going to go to the top of the fucking ladder and jump off through a table on Shinsuke Nakamura. You have a ladder match in 2 days. Why? Why did you need to do that now? You didn't. That's the answer. I get it. Finally have crowd again. You're excited. You're hype. You want to get them excited. But come on now. Save that. Save it. Save it. Save it. But with that happening, Seth ended up catching Big E with the stomp onto one of the ladders that was laying down, and Seth ended up winning that fatal 4-way, and he ended up going up and grabbed the fucking briefcase, which disqualifies him completely in my eyes from winning at Money in the Bank. So I still don't know who could win, but we're probably going to do some predictions tomorrow, day before the pay-per-view. So we'll see. We'll see what I think tomorrow. But let me know what you guys think. Did you guys enjoy tonight's episode of SmackDown? I personally did. Everything was fun. Everything was fun. Little surprise. We had our surprise Finn Balor. We had big popular characters winning in Bianca and technically Edge, because he ended up having the upper hand. We still had, a few of the bad guys being, looking strong. Otis and Seth winning. So I don't know. We had a little sprinkle of a possible Liv Morgan win. I don't know. It was fun to me. It was fun. Maybe it was partially due to the fact that there was a crowd and them screaming and shit just gets me excited. I was running back and forth because, I have a child and a kitten that I also have to entertain. So running back and forth between them. But it was good. It was good. It was good. It was good. It gets a seal of approval from Daddy Zebra. But let me know what you guys think down in the comment room where you guys reign supremo. And yeah, that's all that I got for you. Daddy Zebra, the best on YouTube, signing the fuck off. Have yourselves a nice rest of your day and a nice juicy hot chickadee, a goddamn cha, my friends. First wrestling video. I think I did a pretty good job.